first ever Universal Champion, Finn Bálor.
Finn Bálor.
Yeah, boy, Finn Bálor.
Finn Bálor.
Finn Bálor coming up.
Finn Bálor.
And myself, Finn Bálor.
I'm not saying it wrong. Everybody, Bálor, Bálor, everyone's got it wrong. The fuck, man? Howdy, folks. What's the crack? We're gonna set something straight today. So this popped into my head watching Raw and kind of just, it's been lingering in the back of my head a little bit. And I'm sure some Irish people have picked up on this as well. So I put a little something on Reddit. And it done really fucking well on Reddit. People seem to enjoy it. Got a few really good responses. So we're going to elaborate on it a little bit. Bring it to YouTube with people who wouldn't have seen it normally. Because it's very interesting. And as you can see in the title, we've all been doing it wrong, boys. Squared Circle. Go check it out. Really good sub. We've been saying it wrong this whole fucking time. Including me, lads. So don't let me rain on your parade because I am right there with you getting fucking soaked, lads. And I'm Irish. Right, lads, as you may or may not know, fuck that, we'll do it properly. Right, lads, as you may or may not know, Bálor actually takes his name from the Irish mythical fighter of the same name, Bálor, which is spelt B-A-L-O-R. Bálor, no problem there. Sound. However, lads, see this little fucking thing here? See that right there? That's called a fodder. And that changes everything. Right, so what does this fodder do? It completely changes the sound of that A. In Irish, A, E, I, O and U all get what's called a fodder. A fodder becomes A. E fodder, don't ask me why, becomes A. I fodder becomes E. O fodder is still O, and U fodder is U. Like what an American girl would say when they see fucking, I don't know. Actually, I tell you what, we're gonna go to Irish class. This is your own personal Irish class, right, on YouTube for 2 minutes. Let's go to the school around the corner. If you're Irish, you'll get that reference. Okay. It's the scooter and Welcome to Gaeilge, boys. Gaeilge is a no-nonsense language, boys. You've got to say the words like you mean it, boys. Say the words. They may sound weird and they may look weird, but you gotta say them, lads. Say the words. Right, we've touched on this previously. A fodder makes an ah sound. In English, that would be AWW. When you see like a cat or a puppy, ah, look at a little puppy, use your boo-boo, right? A fodder, ah. That's all we're working with here. You want an example of that in Irish? No problem. Daniel Bryan, yes, yes, yes. In Irish, that would be ta. T-A fodder. Ta, ta, ta. And that is pronounced, obviously, ta. T-A-W-W. That same kind of language applies for whatever word B-A fodder would start with. In this case, baller. Not a baller like a fucking shot caller, right? Or a baller like The Rock, or a baller like a pro baller. Nothing like that. Just baller. So, lads, hate to break it to yous, we've been pronouncing it wrong this whole time. Not that it really matters. I mean, Finn Bálor himself hasn't really given a shit about it, so why should we, right? But what's curious to me is why it's even there at all. What's it doing there? So Fergal Devitt, when he signed for the company, said, hey, can I... was allowed to choose his own name. And he put Finn McCool and the Bálor fighting chap together to get Finn Bálor. There is no fodder in the word Bálor. So somewhere in WWE, between Finn making up the name Finn Bálor, him giving it to the boys then printing it out, somewhere along that production line, someone said, here, lads, do you know what'd be great? Stick one of those little dashes over the A there, just for shits and giggles. Let's make it look a bit more fancy. Right, that's pretty much what happened. Now on the other hand, you have fluent speaker Sheamus, who can speak Irish fluently. You saw that in his debut. It must drive him absolutely insane to see the H in his name. I think he might have used it on the Indies as well, not too sure. But no one in Ireland who has the name Sheamus has a H in their name. But as I said, this must drive Sheamus mad, because when he sees this, he'd be like, no lads, it's clearly Bálor, you're not pronouncing the fada on the A, where's the fada, lads? And of course, obviously WWE aren't going to pay two shits to this kind of stuff. But as an Irishman, it's like, oh god, no, the original guy's name was Bálor. Use that. All you gotta do is this. Look, it's fixed. Color it in with some black marker. It's fixed. Dunzo. Take it off your screen. Take it off all the social media and all that kind of shit. Top comment. Lad says, Finn Bálor would be a very different gimmick. I suppose it would. It would be a very different gimmick, wouldn't it? The feckin' lad would be swinging out of Range Rovers and whatnot, you know? Finn Bálor. Could you imagine? This is the one I mentioned earlier about Sheamus and the H being in there and how infuriating that is to Irish people. Just get it out! Get it out, boys! It only just reminds me of Shamu or some shit like that. Just, there's no copyright. It's a name. Just Sheamus. Yeah? Sheamus? Remember Sheamus? It is, however, this guy who wins the post, in my opinion. What a reply. I don't know where the guy is from, but to think of that off the top of your head and then start a trend where everyone else just starts thinking of the same thing and it goes on and on and on. The Brooklyn Brawler, Jerry the King Lawler. It's me, Austin. Ah, son of a bitch. I mean, this is why you love the internet. It's absolutely classic stuff. Get yourself on that place, man. And since it was an Irish post about an Irish word and the Irish language, well, guess what? The Irish had their cracking fun as well. But I want to direct your attention to the second comment from the top there on that page. What you are seeing there is classic, vintage Irish language. Everybody who has sat the state exams in Ireland knows or has at least heard that, and it's just so comical. People take the piss out of it all the time. It has a whole meaning unto itself now. People just take the piss out of it. You want to hear what it sounds like? Here we go. This is what all the fuss is about.
Lénis go córamach the scrúd pápéir na tuairiceá agus na geisteanna a gabhain le cuid a.
It fucking takes you back, lads, doesn't it? I done so shit at that. So, how do we fix this? It's really fucking easy. Just get rid of the thing above the A, man. Get rid of the thing above the A, and then we're fucking grand, yeah. I know. It's really easy. Get the fada out. If you made it this far, folks, cheers. Hope you had a good one. Bit of crack and banter with your fucking Irish little mate. What's the story? I know, it's just something that's been kind of grinding my gears, you know, Peter Griffin and the gear grindage.
You know what really grinds my gears?
But yeah, now you know, it doesn't really make a difference. We're all gonna keep calling him Finn Bálor anyway, but some people are Irish and some people are like, see that little thing there, it's wrong. Don't tell anyone, but it's wrong. You learn something new every day. Right, well, I'm off to watch Raw with Finn Bálor and Jerry Lawler and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Miz is gonna tell us how awesome he is. And don't forget about Alicia Fox. Can we start the fodder in A for everything in wrestling that sounds like that? Let's make that a thing. Hashtag aw. Right, okie doke, folks. I think we'll leave it there. So, somewhat live. Bálor, huh? Peace.